Hello, sweet star. Welcome to the channel. It's Moon Mirror Tarot, and today we are getting to hear messages from Mother Moon about your soul's divine success. Mother Moon is very clear that she has a message for you at this time, revealing the part that you're ready to see of the divine success that you're here to create in this life. And part of tuning this energy is coming through as a different song for each pile. So in addition to the timestamps in the description box where you can jump ahead to whatever reading you're here for, if your intuition is calling you to a particular pile, please listen to that. I have no doubt the 3 piles will be unique in the direction that they take us. And if your intuition is telling you, hey, both of those piles or all the piles, that's the fun of getting to listen step by step by step to that inner knowing, that inner confirmation that is always there to let you know you're on the right track. And the general message from Mother Moon in this reading, if you are here, there is a very clear, flashing, big thumbs up. You are doing amazingly well. You are not just right on time, but even ahead of schedule. Mother Moon says you could not have done it any better up until this point. You did the absolute best that you could with everything that you had, and that so much of that, making the best out of what you have come up in your world, making the best out of it is part of the part of the divine success of each and every one of us. So with that, let us go ahead and pick our piles. If you already know which reading you would like to see, by all means, follow the timestamp in the description. Check out the songs under each pile's timestamp. I did my best to link it back to the actual artist's YouTube presence so you can watch it for free and hopefully check out more of their stuff. That one definitely has a message for somebody. Yeah, check out more of their stuff. It feels like some of these artists, I mean, all 3 of them have lots of songs that I really like, and mostly because their voices are so connected to their hearts, and you can really feel that when they sing. And so yeah, all 3 of them are very good. So we have 1 and 2. And 3. We'll get some of this out of the way and resituate. Okay, so we have our 3 cards. Let's see what these are, and then we'll add the rest of our tarot and oracle into these piles. So pile number 1, this one jumped right out. Oh, of course. I have no idea how to say this. Zhu Zhanjing? Maybe? Maybe one of the messages is Always try your best, and your best is always good enough. The mystic of peace. I am peace. When my mind is clear, the way is clear. That is an absolutely gorgeous card with the glowing and the sparkles and illuminated from within. I am peace. When my mind is clear, the way is clear. And already, yeah, I'm definitely getting that message that when we let ourselves offer our best, and that our best is always good enough, our mind does get a whole lot more clear, and our insides do get more peaceful when we're at peace with ourselves. Trying our best, and whatever that looks like is always okay. Oh, Diana, Queen of the Wilderness. The language of the natural world is a frequency of love. This is my mother tongue. Oh, look at her arrows and her bow. Very Sagittarius season, the archer. And then in the background, these beautiful hundreds of year old trees. And again, a halo of light surrounding this like wilderness warrior queen. That's awesome. I can't wait to see what these messages are. And last but not least, we have Makig Labdron. Yeah. The Diamond-Hearted Dakini. I see the fight. Try our best. I see the light in my own darkness. I face my ego beliefs to feel free. That is beautiful. I am getting such a different vibe from each of those. So if you already know which reading you would like to see, this will be pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. If you want to hang out as I add the rest of your cards into the piles, I have left this here because why not? So yeah, let's get into our oracle cards. We'll start with these ones, and we'll just take one oracle card for each pile is the plan, unless of course there are more that need to be seen. Okay. What does Mother Moon most want to communicate at this time about your unique divine success? The divine success, not just a material definition. Oh, hello, they're popping out of everywhere. There's that one, and there's that one. What is it that you need to hear right now? Perfect, thank you. Okay, and then we'll also take 2 tarot cards out of each. That one feels very much like it wants to be right there. This is already going wonky. It's got a lot. Oh, it's got so much to say. These are really competing for the front row, so let's go ahead and give them their spot. And this one got 2, so we'll just let that be. Alrighty. And last but not least, 2 more tarot cards. Oh, see? Hello, thank you. Make it so easy. And these two are going to get an extra one of those, where that got the first extra. All fair and balanced. That's one of the things that Mother Moon communicates to me over and over and over as she is working with me to ground my physical spirit into unconditional love. The divine loves us all so equally. There isn't a better one or a worse one, or a good seed or a bad seed. Every single thing that happens to every single person is the divine communicating how much they love us. Each of us. Not the good ones. The ones that have done it right. There is no such thing. Mother Moon loves us all the time. So we'll get our piles cleaned up here. We shall put the oracle cards on top and tarot on the bottom. I am so excited to see what each of these messages is. All right, 3 piles to choose from, 3 equally powerful messages to choose from. Go ahead and make your selection, and I'll see you in your reading. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. I am honored that your soul has chosen to hear this message from Mother Moon at this time. She is honored to share it with you. You have chosen, or rather your intuition has led you to Zhao Zhuanjing. We try our best here on Moon Mirror Tarot, and our best is always good enough. That was a very clear message that she brought forth immediately, is trying your best is always good enough. And that is like a tool for your toolbox to pivot in any moment into greater peace. A calming, soothing affirmation from Mother Moon is, I am trying my best. This is my best. My best is always good enough. It says, I am peace. When my mind is clear, the way is clear. And I feel as if Mother Moon's message of painting a picture of your divine success, what does that look like? I would target in right there as far as I think your picture of divine success looks like inner peace. It looks like being at ease and secure and stable in the world no matter what. That's no small feat. The other phrase that I'm hearing come through is the art of peace. Creating a work of art out of peace, out of choosing peace, crafting peace. Taking the peaceful path is not passive. When it is consciously chosen, it is active. And it is your work. You're meant. That's the beauty of this card. You are meant to have a peaceful life. You're meant to be one of the ones that shows the rest of us what it looks like to be at peace and at home inside of a human body. Oh, pile number 1, I love your energy. we're going to keep your main card right over here. I love how it matches the bloom there. Okay, so we will take a look at your oracle cards, and then we will look at your tarot cards. This first one, Waxing Moon. The energy is gaining momentum. Gaining momentum. Waxing Moon is also very creative and inspired, like on the new moon, when the moon is at its darkest. A new seed of inspiration is planted below the ground, so it's in darkness, and you may or may not be able to see the new potential, the seed of potential. But when you get to a waxing moon, when the moon is beginning to brighten all the way up to the full moon, there's momentum being gained. There's growth above the surface that you can witness. You can see that there's new things in your world that weren't there a little bit ago. Popped up out of the ground. Wow, where'd that come from? So there's definitely positive momentum gaining, so meaning you're heading in the right track towards this level of inner peace. Very, very exciting. Keep that there. This, oh, I love this to go along with what you already got. Oh my gosh. Every breath can be a new beginning. Every breath can be a new beginning. Talk about how do you embody this level of divine peace, which it's very clear that like that's the direction that your divine success is taking, is you are cultivating a sense of peace and security that will inspire others to want that for themselves. And it's very clear, Mother Moon's message, this sense of really solid, healthy, energetic boundaries of, as a role model of peace, the best thing you can do for anybody is to cultivate and nourish and guard and prioritize your own peace. Every other human on the planet is having the experience that they're having, and none of it is wrong. Remember, Mother Moon, she loves us all the time, equally, all the time. We are all doing amazingly well, but we can only give peace to ourselves. We cannot give peace to another. And so to make sure that all of your energy is focused, and it is, I mean, there's very clearly momentum being gained, so you are definitely heading in this right direction, this new beginning of rendezvousing with your divine success at this time. It's happening. The chapter is begun, and it is unfolding. The pages are unfolding. Sometimes the good is hidden. Oh, I love this card. And especially back to what your overall message is. Find the good in what they said or asked. It's always there, even if they didn't mean for it to be there. Sherlockly yours, the universe. P.S. Clues for what you want are hidden all around you. I love the simplicity of that, especially with this simplicity. Peace is very simple. It really is. Peace, this reminds me of Taurus energy, where our animal instincts yield peace naturally. That's our natural state, is to be at rest, at peace. And we have systems that support us when we need to exert ourselves in order to survive. But our natural state is one of rest, one of coming back to equilibrium and coming back to center, resting back within the home that is our body, calming and soothing it into a peaceful state. This is a look at your divine success. To get some more information, some more specifics, let's look at your tarot cards. So we have 2 of these ones and 3 of these ones. Oh gosh, this is just so clear. It's awesome. 4 of Pentacles. So 4 of Pentacles, Pentacles being earth energy, physical manifestations. The 4 is very stable, like that's the numerology of the number 4. And so the 4 of Pentacles is stability in your physical security. And so that often ties to money. It takes money to buy shelter and food and, those kinds of things to survive and take care of ourselves. So usually this indicates being secure in a secure place or in a stable place with your physical security. And if you're not yet fully, this is only the 4, right? Like the higher you get in the Pentacles, kind of the more stable you become in terms of your consistency with your manifesting in the physical. But this is an excellent foundation as far as the divine success that you're here to manifest, being one of peace. If you're going to have inner peace on the inside, that requires an extremely steady, yet flexible and resilient foundation that is well crafted, consciously chosen, and specifically designed to, once again, support your own well-being and inner peace, because that is truly the light that you are going to shine on behalf of the divine. Oh my gosh, another 4 of Wands, and this one is a celebration. Like you see, she's got the tambourine and they're rocking out and having the best time. This is a very good sign of celebration, of other people coming together with you who are excited about the things that you're excited about. Typically, this can represent like a celebration of some kind, being like a milestone, like a graduation party or even a wedding. But like you think about any of that as far as having a graduation party or a wedding, you're surrounded by the people who are your support system, your network, your people. So this is a very good sign of being surrounded by soul connections and loved ones, as part of, I can tell that like they love your peace. They can't get enough of it. They would describe you as a breath of fresh air, like coming up for air after being underwater all day long. Okay, so, I love that. The 3 of Pentacles with collaboration and productivity. So that also signifies people coming in who want to help you manifest what it is that you're working on. They want to be part of your team. The Ace of Wands, creative force and confidence. That is also a very good sign, as far as I see it as kind of having some sure-footedness with your inner peace, that sure-footedness with how you're making decisions to value and respect your inner peace, meaning having a little bit more confidence when you have to say no to something that is either, you don't have the energy for it, or that it's not going to be a peaceful situation, so you're just passing on the invitation. I'm sensing that, before there was a little bit of wobble around, how am I going to tell people that I don't want to go there? How am I going to just bow out gracefully of that thing that I really don't want to do? And this is like your own fire energy coming online to support you with a boost of confidence that says you matter. You matter, and your inner peace is the core of your divine success. So a little boost of confidence and creative force also, like the Ace of Wands is also like a new idea, like a new expansion within your inspiration, like a new download of inspiration. So that's another beautiful tool as far as chasing your own inspiration and letting that guide again how you're making decisions. So at that point, if you get an invitation that doesn't feel as fun as staying home and working on your passion project or whatever it is that you're inspired with, then let them know, I'm busy. I'm creating. I'm following my fun. I can't be there. I'm sorry. Maybe next time. Thanks for the invitation. I appreciate it, but I have something much more exciting to focus on at this time. Ooh, 20, Awakening, which is also the Judgment card. Renewal and enlightenment. Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, you're having a massive turning point, I would say, where there's almost like what feels like a karmic ending of you have cleared out a layer of what has been manifesting so far, and Mother Moon is very clear that literally everything that happens to us is the divine expressing their love for us, and that sometimes the best medicine is the stuff that tastes sour as it goes down our throat, or in order to heal a break, you have to re-break it and set it correctly. Like, there's a little bit of pain in the healing process, and you have come so far in terms of releasing so much of, I want to say, the baggage that you were carrying that was the main reason the pain had to come through your experience, was to get you to part with the past experience, the past pain, the past hurt, the past betrayal. Like, there probably is some not so nice stuff back there, but at the same time, every bit of it moved you forward big time. There were blessings and karmic releases at every turn, and all of that being cleared out of your energy field is how you get to this, how you ground into inner peace, how you decide that nothing is worth losing my peace over. Learning to say things like, I'm not willing to stress out over this. I'm just not. I'm here to be peaceful, and that's my priority. And so if something is in the way of my peace, I address it. I take my fire energy, I use it to my advantage as best I can, and I focus myself moment by moment, choice by choice, into greater harmony with my own inner being, with my soul self, my God self, Mother Moon herself. Mother Moon is the stillest lake you've ever seen. She's the definition of peaceful. She's pure unconditional love. She's got nothing to fret over whatsoever. She loves it all. That's a very peaceful place to be. And that's what I see here as far as what you're here to embody, is that level of inner peace and inner knowing that all is truly well. And that you are leveling up into that in a big, big way, like right now. And as you do that, I see this down here as far as like there are people coming that want to collaborate on this new inspiration that you're giving birth to at this time. And to help yourself stay in peace, I feel like this message is so helpful. Find the good in what they said or asked. It's always there, even if they didn't mean for it to be there. Clues for what you want are hidden all around you. Find the good. Sometimes the good is hidden. And again, if you're intending to find the good no matter what, that is again a much more peaceful place to be, where even when somebody else brings tense energy into your field, that doesn't mean that all has gone wrong. It doesn't mean that, anything is messing up in that moment. There's something good that can happen. Possibly a connection, possibly a memory surfacing, possibly some kind of 360-degree viewpoint of who you used to be. You ever have one of those? That helps you see just how far you've come, just how much momentum has been added to your train, even in the last few months. Like, you have come a long ways, like even just very recently. And there's this popping point, this ace, new beginning, new opening point of something has clicked into place that is no longer blocking, like letting go of, judging others, or having to be in control of others, or having to be in control of everything all the time. Letting go of something big, some big piece of baggage that you were carrying for a reason. No moment spent carrying it was wrong, but recently you had cause to set it down in a big way. And in doing that, in dropping the heavy thing, your energy can bounce, literally bounce upwards, and you can receive this brand new inspiration. It can happen that fast, and life can be on a different trajectory that fast. A more peaceful trajectory where every breath is its own adventure. Every breath is a new beginning. Every exhale is an ending, and every breath we get to start again. We get to try again, to offer our very best, to do our best, and then to do our best, to let our best be okay, to let our best be good enough, to let ourselves be good enough for ourselves. You are a very, very likable soul. The only person, I say this with the most love in the whole world, the only person who sometimes does not like you is you. And making peace with that, making peace with you are trying your best. You're not meant to know everything. That would shut you off from all the beautiful connections that you have opening up on your path. The fact that you don't know how to do certain pieces, that will guide you specifically to who it is that you're meant to connect with next. That's how you find them, is you have the skills that I need at this time. Great, here, come help me out with my whatever it is. Oh, pile number 1. There are beautiful, absolutely sparkling, glowing, divine levels of success, meaning fulfillment, satisfaction, being able to sit in a moment and feel content with where you are, purely at ease, nowhere in the world that you would rather be. That is the level of peace that is your birthright for divine success in this lifetime. Pile number 1, that was your reading. Oh, it was truly my pleasure to get to connect with your energy and share these takeaways from Mother Moon. You are a beautiful soul, here to lead many people into a much more peaceful living experience, and Mother Moon could not be more proud of the shining light that you are. If you enjoyed your reading, please give me a thumbs up down below. I would love to hear from you how this message from Mother Moon resonated with you at this time. If you're drawn to any of the other piles, definitely feel free to hang out and check those out. There may be messages there for you if they're calling. And until next time, pile number 1, you take such good care of yourselves. And so will I. Hi, pile number 2. Oh, you have chosen Diana, Queen of the Wilderness. The language of the natural world is a frequency of love. This is my mother tongue. I love this card. I love the very soft, subtle crown she is wearing. She is absolutely a queen. That is your very first message, is if you don't already feel the crown on your head, this is your official invitation to go ahead and take that step of giving yourself a promotion, promoting yourself up to queen, because you absolutely are. This golden orb of light around her, emanating from the very core of her and the very essence of who she is. I don't know if you were in the market for a self-portrait, but I brought you one. I feel that already you are very in tune with your connection with the natural world. And if anything, I just want to echo an affirmation that that is your divine success, that is the whole point of your reading, is that nature and your connection to the wildness of your own nature inside of yourself, and communing with Mother Nature on the regular to live from that place, is where your divine success can be found, or is being found. I really get the sense from this pile that this is something that you're already very in touch with. And if anything, that I feel there's an expansion of some kind. We'll figure out what it is in the rest of your cards. And I also feel the top of this deck is just like waiting to hop in and get to do the little hopscotch thing where it gives its messages. So there's a lot to say on this card and this pile. And just in general, I also wanted to share the overall power of this message. I feel is very represented in this crystal. If you know what it is, can you tell me down below? I know my camera is not like the best quality, so hopefully you can see what it is. I really don't know where it came from. People give me crystals sometimes. And this one, it was over here by the candle leaning up through the first part, and it really wanted to come and be a part of your reading specifically. It moved itself into the reading. That's the first time that's ever happened. So you're calling powerful energy through me. And the other reason I know that is because the first part of this video, as in everything through the end of pile 1, got recorded 4 days ago. And your pile and pile number 3. So if you're interested, definitely feel free to check out pile number 3. Both of those I am recording today, 4 days later. And the amount of the amount of expansion in the energy flowing through from Mother Moon to you specifically, like this is where I hit my stopping point, was I couldn't technically, in my illusion, I ran out of time, but I I know that this reading requires a version of me that I wasn't yet. And so here I am, showing up 4 days later to deliver the messages that the Queen of the Wilderness has for you specifically at this time. I am honored to have you here. I am honored by this energy and the expansion that you're calling through me to even be able to deliver this message. So thank you so much for your presence around the channel. I'm going to keep your main card right there. And then let's look at the rest of your oracle cards, and then we'll take a look at your tarot. And like I said, the top of this is also ready, and I've been like using that deck for my own messages, and so I've shuffled it a lot over the last 4 days, and the top cards are like, pick me, pick me. So the divine timing of this, the exact pieces of this reading coming together for you, feels like a level of abundance that either you are riding the wave of it hardcore right now and you already know that, and so this isn't, you're just sitting there chuckling like, yep, here's one more sign. This shows like I'm so tuned in lately and right now, and maybe this is like a news flash that this is like where you're headed, because either way, this is your divine success, is to be tuned in to the power of the essence that is you. It's natural. Your power is natural. The power of the tree is natural in its being. The power of you is natural in your being. So good. So, oh gosh, I love this for you. I love this for you. We have the new moon in Aquarius with bring love into the situation. So we'll see how this plays in as far as what else we get from your reading, but already I can tell you Aquarius energy really does support us in finding our way onto whatever our authentic path happens to be. And at this time, I feel you already thriving more in your authenticity than you ever have in any lifetime. You are in like new territory, like pioneer territory of taking it day by day, step by step, because basically in the human game, you've never got this far before. So kudos on how well you're listening to yourself, your authentic self, what your spirit, your essence naturally knows about who you are and what you want. It's easy when you tune into that level of it. Aquarius is also where we work to let go of the conditioning or the expectations that we believe we have to live up to because other people may have told us that we did. And so in Aquarius, we get to weigh out these conflicting agendas as far as we really can't go two directions at the same time when we're playing the human game, when we're in the physical. So it really is about having to choose between, do you want to be your natural self, or do you want to try to make people happy that probably aren't actually going to be happy no matter how many hoops you jump through? So yeah, is your work to jump through the hoops, or is your work to just be wild, be who you are, be everything that you are? Oh gosh, that came through loud. Oh my gosh, forgive. That is really interesting. Beautiful colors. There's something like down underneath that's in there that like she's like letting it go. letting it be whatever it was. Trusting that that was nature's way of delivering the greatest well-being for the all. Nature has cycles. Sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. And it's all right on time. It may be time to let go of something there that would only let you embrace more of the wilderness and the authenticity, the divine essence of who you are. That's what can come in when you let go of any of the things from the past where, an outdated kind of conditioned, taught sense of trying to control in the physical led us to believe that we got to decide something that we had no power over. Something happened and the result still haunts us. I feel this for myself. Something comes to mind as far as like, it was what it needed to be. So many ripples came through from that experience. Not just for you, for so many people, and for you. And to some extent, it's still rippling. There's getting like this egg of your power that exists inside this thing. And what I'm seeing is like a digestion of the events where you can soak up your power from, basically relinquishing control and letting go of needing to have it be anything other than what it is. Take your power back inside of yourself to claim even more of your own light, to spend even more of your energy communing with people that naturally resonate with your true nature, your people, letting go of anything that's anchoring you to the past. Oh, how perfect is that? Dwell on what you love. Yes, yes, yes. Asking someone to change is like pruning a tree. Neither will ever be the same again. Scarier still is that you can't quite know in what new directions they'll grow. I wouldn't change a leaf on you, the universe. This, to me, it really does speak to love, yes, but also unconditional love. Of why would we ever prune anything? Going back to the nature and wild and why would we as individual beings think that on another living creature we need to start chopping? Why? That's interesting. Especially with the nature connection. Yeah. Asking someone to change, it's like asking the wind to blow. It's like asking the moon to stand still. It just doesn't work like that. We don't have control over the other ones, only ourselves. And that is empowering. And I think there's so much of you that knows that is that can stand in the powerful divine being that you are. And I'm seeing that there's a piece that's almost I'm seeing a snake, and the skin is coming off of the snake, and the snake is coming out new and leaving the old skin behind. There's a piece that is coming out, but the beauty and the essence of who you are is already so dominant that I'm wondering, I hope that you recognize that. I would love to hear down below how it resonates so far. And let's get some more information with your tarot cards. So we have these ones, and then, like I said, we'll take some out at the top of the deck. Ooh, Page of Wands. Yes, lots of excitement over where you are at this time and what you've learned and how much you've already built up your magic. Like, you're so capable of using your own magic is really just the best word for it. You really know how it works. And the page is more of a beginner in some ways, but at other ways, it's also the most enthusiastic. So that could be why that is specifically coming up for you. But I also am seeing this orb again around her here and around her here, and this long dark hair. So yeah, there's definitely, like, you're lit up from within, like you're literally glowing. Do you see that in the mirror when you look? I'm very curious. Oh, and the Hanged Man, and again, she's freaking glowing. Like, do you glow? Is that a thing? Can you tell me? I'm so curious. Oh, I'll bet you do. I'll bet you do. I'll bet you light up the people that lay eyes on you. That's what I'm betting. Ooh, we have the Queen of Crystals, Queen of Pentacles, with comfort and prosperity, and the cutest little hedgehog. Oh. Queen of Pentacles, also very independent, very self-sufficient, knows the value of what you're working with. Again, I see that you're already living so much of your power. Two of Feathers, the Two of Swords, decisions, direction, the air element, two, that duality, the back and forth between, again, the Aquarius of, like, who are you really and what is your true nature, and compared to what are the societal expectations that have been put on you when you got here. And decisions, again, back to really, you get to decide, you get to choose where to point your magic, and you really don't always have to do what's asked of you right away. You can always say, let me think about that, and then really check in with what is your true nature, what does your wildness want, and then go with that every single time. Ooh, the Three of Acorns, the Three of Wands, with foresight and exploration. So much readiness to take this path is what I'm getting with that. Let's take a few more of these since, oh, interesting. And this one, the Two of Wands, which that adds to the Three of Wands very well. And then another two with this Two of Swords. Now we have the Two of Wands. So definitely feeling a back and forth, like can't quite, which is so interesting to me because you're so powerful. You're so powerful, and you know that. Like, you glow. You glow. The other people, they reflect it to you. They tell you that you glow. And yet there's still something maybe to do with this forgiveness piece of somebody that told you something a long time ago that really rocked your world. It sounds like they convinced you that you're something completely different than you are. And I have no doubt that that's exactly what you asked them to do. That really this is the divine path that you intended all along for reclaiming this wild, divine essence that you are. This was the plan. The plan was exactly the way it unfolded. Your spiritual support team, Mother Moon, right in the front row, is cheering you on. That any hesitation that you feel over, am I really as powerful as I think I am? Am I crazy for believing all of this, that I'm divine wildness in human form, like that I'm, reincarnated divinity. Like, is that wrong? Is that too far out there? Like, there's like, do you want to go for it or not? Like, what do you want? You get to decide. You have the power, and you know that, and you're comfortable using it. And yet there is this anchor piece, this uncertainty, this back and forth. And I have this like sense of self-doubt, but even with, this sense of people talking behind your back about like what you're doing, or like people are going to say something about you and like badmouth you, or like tell people that you care about bad things about you, like you still can focus on your own decision. Like I can even see like they're looking at this, and this is the decision between, here's the wand that you're really comfortable with in your comfortable, cozy, little nest. And then here are all your dreams and this new wand that you want to lean into and want to explore. You have the power to choose, is Mother Moon's message to you at this time. And I see that you are like this Queen of Pentacles. Like you are so strong in the power and the progress that you have already built, that's why like it's just almost surprising to me even that you feel this way, because on the outside you project total strength, like literal badassery. I mean, look at her, she's got like friggin' bow and arrows. Like that's the persona. And then on the inside there's still this little bit of self-doubt, and I want to possibly, with Mother Moon's loving assistance, I want to invite you to hear this as divine confirmation that the power you know yourself to be is real, and it coming through to you in this message makes it even more real. But the only thing that will bring it fully online and will eradicate any doubt or feeling of going back and forth like I don't know which one to pick, the only thing that's going to stop that is for you to believe that this is real, that the divine essence and power and literal God self that you are is real. You can believe it. You can surrender to your own wild nature. You can run with your own creative spirit. You can. When you're ready. When you're ready to choose it. When you're ready to actively let go of what, like the noise of the past programming of what was right and what was wrong and what's true and what's good and bad. And like in nature, nothing is good or bad. It just all is there. And that's the invitation for you with your authenticity, is none of who you are is good or bad. It's all there, and that makes it natural. And because it's natural, it's beautiful. But me knowing that, which I definitely do, I can feel the power of who you are by the experience I had to get up to speed to even be able to deliver this message. So I know you're powerful, but me knowing it and you knowing it, like I can't know it for you. I wish I could. I would. You gotta know I would. Pile number 2. I would be right there, because you deserve to know. You glow. You know you glow. Lean into it. Own it. It's badass. pile number 2, this has been your reading. If you've enjoyed it, please leave me a thumbs up down below if you feel like it. And I would love to hear from you. Leave me like a bow and arrow or something if you're like resonating with this whole like Queen of the Wilderness vibe, because seriously, like there is so much power coming through who you are. And I know that that is because of the depth of the connection that you have to nature and its cycles already. And I feel like Mother Moon's parting message to you is that like the size of your dreams don't yet encompass what is opening up to you as you little by little choose your authenticity over fear. One thought at a time, one moment at a time. There's no rush. It is all just for fun. Nature exists just for the fun of getting to be, and you're already doing that. That's your power. That's your divine success, is in your beingness. It's been my honor, pile number 2, to spend all of these last several days with your energy, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. I was telling pile number 2 that these last 2 piles got recorded about 4 days after the first pile and the first part where I drew the cards, and then they've been sitting here waiting for life to unfold, because the only way to say it is that I was not the me yet who was going to be the one to deliver this message. And in the last 4 days, I have become the new me, as we all always are. And that feels very connected to your reading. I'm excited to figure out exactly how and unpack it together. So you have chosen, or your soul has been drawn to this card, the Diamond-Hearted Dakini. Diamond-hearted, this glow coming out from you. Pile number 2 also has a lot of glow in it. If you resonate with the fact that your heart literally glows out into the world, that people tell you that, or tell you you're warm, or that they love being around you, that wouldn't surprise me at all. And that there isn't, I mean, she's very still, and like that there isn't much that you need to do. Even being there in your presence is an illuminating experience. I see the light in my own darkness. I face my ego beliefs to feel free. I see the light in my own darkness. That makes so much sense with how you would get it to be so bright, is that you're a very, very talented transmuter, very, very talented energy worker in terms of your divine success. Your ability to take darkness and turn it into light is, yep, that's where it comes from. And I would wage a bet that you already know that. I would love to hear if I'm right about that, but yeah, I think you already know that you're very talented at getting the best out of a situation, finding the silver lining, finding the light, the literal light in the darkness. Definitely part of your divine success. And let's find out some more. Ooh, I love that. It's a time to take action. New moon in Aries. Got the ram. Aries is also very associated with red and like our primal fire. Time to take action on what? We'll find out together. That's exciting. Maybe you already know. Maybe you already know what your action is. Move your body. That is really interesting. Oh my gosh. Move your body. Time to take action. Move your body. Well, that's pretty clear. Those you love, love you. Oh, see, I'll bet they already all tell you that like you're just their favorite person to be around. To be beautiful in the eyes of another, simply forget they're watching. Tally ho, the universe. Oh, those you love, love you. Did you know that? Let me tell you. Let me reaffirm. In case you had any doubt whatsoever, they love you. You're like their favorite person. They look up to you. They wish they could do what you do. They like put people at ease and to find the best in situations. Like that's very calming to the people around you. That's why they come to you. They like to hear what you have to say because you make them feel better. You find the light in their darkness, not just your own. And so much of that is that courage to face your ego, face what it thinks it needs, what it believes it needs, and to really allow your soul, your heart, to get to be a safe place to hear from your ego, to be able to receive your own inner unenlightened being, right? Like our ego, like our unconscious self. Like if you can, oh, no. Like definitely what I'm sensing, like because you are so adept at doing that for yourself, I'm sensing that part of the action that you're taking is sharing that ability with others. Like you're really confident, it seems, or at least getting there, that you can find the light in your own darkness, and possibly that you haven't ventured into offering that as like a spiritual gift for others. But this is your divine success. So that reading, it is inviting you forward in that process of not only finding your own light in your own darkness, but also possibly thinking about how you could share something along those lines with the collective, or even just those you love, those closest to you. Let's see what your tarot cards have. Oh my gosh, that's perfect. The Death card, Major Arcana 13. So definitely the end of a cycle and a new beginning. Aries is the first zodiac sign coming off of Pisces, which is the end, the culmination point, the end of a cycle, the completion. And then Aries begins spring. It begins new life. And so here we have the Death card, which in tarot is not a bad thing whatsoever. It is a very good sign because really all death is followed by rebirth. And I don't know if you can really see that with my camera, but that's the infinity symbol. And so it's showing a cycle that's coming to an end and a new cycle that's beginning. So I do wonder how that resonates as far as it possibly being time to take that show on the road, so to speak, and begin at least taking, 1 degree turns at a time into sharing more of your light in an outgoing sort of way. Interesting. 8 of Swords. I have a lot to share about this card. So fun. Okay, very good. We'll leave that here. We'll come back. Ooh, 4 of Swords. So good. I'm definitely getting something clear there. The Ace of Pentacles. That's so perfect with your Aries, time for a new beginning, manifestation, and prosperity. Ace of Pentacles being in the earth realm, physical new beginnings. And then we also have this new beginning with the new moon in Aries. New moon is also a beginning, so that's kind of a double whammy. And then we got this new beginning over yonder. So that is really exciting. You definitely have like turning point written all over your reading. So yeah, we'll just keep going and see what this last card has. The 7 of Wands with determination and stamina. These are such pretty cards. I hope they come through okay. 7 of Wands. And the Ace of Pentacles. There's pile number 2 also had this deck wanting to be included, and I shared with pile number 2, but I'll share with you as well, that it just felt like the top cards were like, pick me, I'm ready, put me in, coach, I know there's a lot riding on it, but I'm ready to go. So they got the top cards in that reading, and the next ones are ready for you, and I'm not sure exactly how many we're going to take, but let's just see what fits here. Let's actually reorganize just a teensy bit. Yeah, because I'm feeling there's at least a couple that want to come out, so let's just do like so. Okay, I think we can live with that. Can you live with that? Okay, good. Okay. Oh, the Ace of Pentacles again! Oh my god! Oh my god! You guys! Turning point, new beginning, yes. If you hear Scooby's clicky toes, that's good luck. If you can get the clicky toes. So there you go. There's one more sign for the new beginning. Oh my gosh. The Ace of Cups. Wow, this new beginning is multifaceted, it would seem. And the King of Cups. Okay. All right. Wow. Oh, I love your cards. I love them so much. This is so exciting. Okay, so your very first message from Mother Moon related to your divine success is to breathe and to remember to keep it simple, to stay in your body, to feel the excitement of a new beginning, to feel whatever this cycle is that's closing, and feel the potential of the new chapter, possibly even the new volume that is opening in your world right now. It feels like the kind of chapter that lasts the rest of your life. It feels very stable and, what is the word? Has longevity to it. It's divinely protected. You are divinely protected. This light that you have, this ability to take darkness and transmute it into light, is basically its own built-in divine protection system. Kudos on that. Very well designed on your part. Oh, I want to come back to this Eight of Swords. So this Eight of Swords, this version of it too, I really, really love, as far as like she's sitting here looking in the mirror and there's all these beings that are holding her hostage. They've taken her sight, they've tied her hands, they're squawking in her ears, telling her all kinds of awful things. And she doesn't like any of it. She's held prisoner inside of that reality. But when you look, it's not real. The reality where she's tied and limited and held back and powerless, it's not real. And that feels very tied into, I don't know if it's necessarily like this cycle that's closing has to do with this. Possibly this cycle closed for you a long time ago. This is a general reading. Everybody's going to have a slightly different experience. But the thing is, like, this work of recognizing that reality isn't real, that, you know, taking darkness and not just being like, oh, it's darkness. I mean, you are a very talented transmuter. You turn it into light. You know how to do that. You know how to go from feeling limited and held back and fearful or anxious or powerless or whatever it is. You know how to take yourself from that state, most likely into a rest cycle of some sort, whatever that looks like for you, whether that's true sleep or non-doing time or hobby time or whatever allows you to come back to yourself and encircle yourself in comfort, whatever lets you detach from this reality, that you've gotten really good at knowing how to do that. And that honestly feels like coming back over here as far as like the new beginning. It's time to take action. You're so good at soothing yourself. You're so good at transmuting your own darkness into light. And I feel your cards are being extremely clear here, especially with the Ace of Cups and the King of Cups showing that there is a new beginning. Like, you are going to take a step forward, and it is new. In a way, you are technically a newbie, but at the same time, there's mastery in your energy that is not going to come off like a newbie whatsoever. There's a depth to your wisdom that lives inside your personal experience that feels very ready to come out. It feels very ready to, okay, we're done being this way, and I'm ready. I'm ready to step into my light. I'm ready to step into my glow. I'm ready to play my special drum so that the people who are meant to come close to me will come close to me. I'm ready to put who I really am out into the world and trust that whoever finds me is a kindred soul. I'm ready. And even, like I said, like whether that's more publicly or with the people close up to you, the people that are already in your life, those closest relationships, really leaning into expressing more of your light, more of your love, putting more of that love out into the world by giving it to those either up close to you or in a more general way. Again, everybody's going to have their own experience. But at a minimum, I do want to deliver an invitation from Mother Moon that says, you know, I don't know how much you're moving your body right now. It may be a lot. You may have a whole process of a daily devotional to your body, to this vessel that carries you. But I'm also being, you know, presented with this invitation for you around there may be something with that as far as a new beginning and possibly setting an intention, like I'm going to walk for 15 minutes for 15 days in a row and just see where I'm at in 2 weeks, you know, see what happens out of that new intention. There's a lot of new intention energy. There's a lot of like newness that could take any number of forms. But I do know that no matter which way feels right to you to go, you are projected, interesting slip of words, you are protected on that path by this innate gift, this shining gem of your divine success that is your ability to transmute. it's not to say that, you know, this being doesn't ever encounter painful situations, or that you've completely obliterated darkness and it no longer exists. If that were the case, your superpower wouldn't get to shine in the way that it does. Your superpower shines when darkness envelops the situation, when you are, you know, in this blindfold, in darkness, in some kind of fearful state. And your ability to get the blindfold off of yourself, however it is that you've figured out how to do that, I'm feeling like in this go energy, that it's like, that is really valuable. This like double Ace of Pentacles. My gosh, if you need a clearer symbol, like this double Ace of Pentacles saying like there is so much physical value, able to help people rest easier, like able to help people feel better and more secure in their lives. I mean, this is a very secure person who's able to detach and rest peacefully. That takes a lot of security and peace of mind. And so the fact that you have all of this energy for a new beginning, it feels very purposeful that I tell you the way you have healed yourself, the way that you soothe yourself, it has material value. Not saying that you want to chase money or anything like that. I'm saying like it has a tangible value in helping other people to feel better. And because they feel better, because they are lighter and they're happier and they're, you know, more living the life that they want to be living, that loving energy just naturally comes back to you like a tidal wave of return on investment sort of deal. So huge value in what you have discovered. I really want one more card. I don't know why, but oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, see, this is a really interesting message as far as like, if you look at this card, she is pretty bummed out, maybe. She has her head down, she's resting at a minimum, and we see the door here is closed. This is the Five of Pentacles, by the way. We see the door is closed and we see that there's a lock, but we also see that the key is right here, meaning you already have access to exactly what this is. So I would love to hear from you down below if you know what your new beginning is, or like what steps you feel like you want to take, or possibly what door is it that feels like it's still shut, because possibly Moon Mirror, Mother Moon, can shine a light on like this light here coming in from the top of like, where is this key and what does it look like? And part of me wants to just intuitively throw it out there. It's a very general reading, but you know, there's this sense of like letting go of what is not yours to control. And that is to say everything that's not you and your body. That's not yours to control. You and your body is yours to control. And so part of the advice of moving forward coming from Mother Moon is to take full control of your body with some kind of simple intention, like the one I shared about walking for 15 minutes, and watch how when you take action, when you begin directing more love into the world by starting with yourself, there is powerful momentum that gets going from that. There's a clarity of mind that can allow these new ideas to come more into the physical. There's a sense of movement, which also, again, is like a great way to break up any stagnant energy from your grid and kind of burn it off through a little bit of movement. Again, clearing out the grid and allowing more of your own divinity to come in. So that feels like part of it. It feels like almost like you can't recognize the key, because the key might, like the how do I want to say that? Like, yeah, you can't recognize the key, or you haven't recognized it yet, because you're looking for something that's outside of yourself, around you, instead of looking within and realizing that the key to bringing anything into the physical is to allow one thought to arise at a time, to look within and ask yourself in the moment, what can I do? What can I take action on? I would almost say, like, at most times, I mean, barring unforeseen circumstances like injury or something like that, most of the time you can love yourself a little bit more by taking yourself for a walk. So that kind of simple advice feels very connected to all of these aces and this like really new beginning. Like Aries and the new moon, they both are very, very, very young energy. It's like a seed that got planted in the soil, and then you cover it up and it's in there, and you look at the ground and you're like, where's my thing? Like, nothing's happening. But it's just so in its infancy that as you take action by flowing more love into the world, mostly to yourself, to your body, taking full control of your own self, your own body. As you do that, and as you continue to move that energy, other ideas are going to occur to you one piece at a time. And only ever for the fun of getting to share what it is that you're doing and having the fun experience of hearing from people that either that you really love, or just kind of the collective as a whole, hearing from them that your methods for helping yourself feel better really help me feel better too. And that is what I see coming, is that lots of people rest easier with their heads on their pillows because of the work that you're willing to put out into the world. I also see that you're just going to love it. Like, that your heart is going to be just out of this world, exploding with how fun it is to get to do what I can feel comes so naturally to you, like this divine success, this like flowing of your true nature, being that you take darkness and turn it into light, and sharing that with the world is going to help more and more and more people take their darkness and turn it into light. And with that, the whole world gets illuminated in this way because of you, because of what you're sharing. And so much of it feels like this self-trust piece, this like really coming into the center of your being, this like pulling all of your energy back into your body, moving your body, feeding your body, giving it water, giving it nice showers, giving it nice walks, like really nourishing the sensuality of you and who you are, and this vessel that you exist in, and the magic of that, the literal miracle that it is to get to be a human being. Like, that feels like the chapter that is like most quickly opening up as far as your divine success. But from this, it's one of those hankies that you just keep pulling and pulling and pulling, and it's just never over. It's just more and more and more new beginnings, more love into the world, more love flowing back at you, more light coming out of the darkness. More. More. That's what's opening, and it's already here. You even receiving this reading, you even clicking into this video is part of this, part of adding momentum to you believing that this is your future, that the future isn't even really a thing. It's mostly an illusion, that in this moment you are more lit up than you've been in a long time, maybe, or maybe you're lit up on a regular basis, but right now you're feeling it. You're feeling the power surge in your being, and you're like, if I had an outlet for flowing this into the world, I would. Right now, I feel more ready than I ever have. Bring it on. Like, that kind of energy is what I feel from you. And I would love to hear from you down below on like, what are you thinking? What are you cooking up? I would love to get to hear if you feel like sharing, if that's fun for you. Pile number 3, this has been your reading. it has definitely been a pleasure to connect with your energy. All of this new beginnings, it's just so clear. Oh, I love it when the piles are clear. If you enjoyed it as much as I did, please give me a thumbs up on the reading. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Leave a comment down below to let me know what you thought about it. Leave a butterfly emoji. I mean, I'm definitely feeling that as far as like the caterpillar going into the cocoon and a very different creature, a butterfly, coming out. And we even have the butterfly over here. So yeah, you definitely got butterfly energy. So you can just kind of sound off in the comments with that. If you don't want to leave anything else, I'm cool with it. Whatever. What's not whatever is how much Mother Moon loves you, how much I love you. If you're interested, I would encourage you to check out pile number 2, if you're drawn to it. I explain a little bit more about the timeline of just how powerful it is that your readings came through in the way that they did. So thank you so much for lending me your energy over these last few days to help me get up to speed to be able to talk to you here. It has been my literal joyful pleasure. Thank you so much, pile number 3. I'll catch you on the next one. Okay, bye.